Yeah. Talking about ego stuff. Enemies. Do you have enemies? From what I know, back in the day, I did have few enemies. So now I think I kind of still do. I'm not sure for whatever reason, but it's kind of weird that um I don't know. Back then, I kind of had a tiff with a guy, a local guy, So he kind of we were too young back then, and we were so angsty. Every single little problems and all that. It gets to get out of control really fast. And yeah, I'm sure most of you guys know that kind of have this experience before, whereby you get triggered so easily back in the day. I mean, you get criticisms and all that, and you weren't digesting it well, and you kind of blow out of proportions and start fucking up everybody. So those were the days, man, when you can't just filter out your emotions and start running loose, like a headless chicken. Try to fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, and all that. But it I don't know, because now I'm not sure if you tend to be more angry about certain stuff, or you kind of have more mellow and relax sort of nowadays. Because people tend to say once you get older, you tend to be way angrier on the littlest things ever. I'm not too sure about that, because I get angry too sometimes recently. So maybe, I don't know. Should you be engaged with all this unnecessary stress that these people are trying to pull you down with all the negativity and start insulting and all that, calling you names and all? It's pretty weird, because we're not in our, we're not 10-year-old, we're not 8-year-old anymore. And I really, really think we should consider on how you should filter your emotions nowadays. Because nowadays technology actually rules the world. Whatever shit you talk to, like for example this podcast, or whatever shit that I'm talking right now, it is gonna be documented, and it's gonna be seen by the public. So whatever you say, it can be, like I said again, blow out into proportion. Because you never know that people might mistaken you with what you are actually trying to portray in this video, or whatever you say verbally, or even in typing and all that. So some of them just do not understand how you are, because they are not under your roof 24/7. They do not understand what you have been going through all these years. Did you improve in your personality, or did you not? So it's pretty tough to try to be understanding that people do not know you, as well as at the same time trying to be as calm as possible, knowing that other people do not know you. So how do you do it, guys? I'm not too sure. Probably for my case, I would just fuck it. People gonna say shit, they'll say shit. These kind of people are there forever. But at the same time, it depends on what time was it when this guy is being a douche to you. Sometimes it's really like meeting this guy the wrong fucking time, and that time you are so just an inch away to blow up, and this guy kind of push you. So when push came to shove, you burst. I understand that. But at the same time, we try our best not to be so rational about all this, you know. Some people are still at this day and age try comparing bands. I mean, it's like what? You know, it's like my band is better than yours. I mean, or your band is better than mine, and I'm get all riled up and pissed about it. You know, what is this the main achievement, to be in a band, to be so competitive, you know, with one another? I mean, I play in a grindcore band. You know, we're not like any other pop bands who earn millions and millions of dollars per month. We earn basically almost nothing. So why is this competition? I'm not sure if it's a healthy one. It's a healthy competition or not. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on with all these people. You know, you just started up a new band and you're trying to, you know, figure out. You know, I mean, it's good to have, you know, if you go to shows and you see that that band is better than your band, then take notes, man. Take the fucking notes of the do's and don'ts and make it to your own fucking formula to achieve in your own band, you know? So what's the deal with, you know, egos, enemies, and relationship issues, you know, friendship gone to shit just because of, you know, jealousy? I'm not sure if it's jealousy. I mean, probably back then when we were young, but now, if you want to talk about jealousy now, it's pretty fucking weird, because how long can you have that energy to be so angsty all the fucking time? I do not have that amount of energy left in me to be so angsty. Probably on stage just because of the music, and that's about it. But if you want to go all out fucking personal with, you know, your enemies or whatever, your rivalry, why? You know, just be done and get on with your life. That's my, I guess that's my advice, I guess. Like I said before, I'm not perfect either. Sometimes I get ticked off just like that at the wrong time. So I gonna emphasize the sentence at the wrong time. So I might be talking all this smooth shit that you need to calm down and all that blah blah. I might get triggered too sometimes, you know. For example, before we left for the tour with I'm not sure, was it Misery Index tour and the Europe tour, I guess someone mentioned something about, I don't know, it's something to do with my son. Like, why? You know? It's something to do with my son and also my wife. But it doesn't concerns the band. I mean, it's the post was about the band, and I think there was a picture of, you know, me hugging my family and all that. But people in this social media at this day and age are bombarding you with unnecessary, you know, stress. Just put yourself in my shoes. I have to be away from the family for 2 weeks, and right after I left, and this kind of thing, you know, happened. So I was really, you know, whoa, you know, I about to leave my family, and all this unnecessary news and social media keep bashing my family. Bash me, not my family, you know. I don't care. Do whatever you want to me. I mean, you can talk shit, create false accusations, create false news or whatever about me, right, go on, I don't give a shit. But if you are talking about my family, this is not only just me. I mean, if you talk any shit about any other family man, about their own family, it's pretty, I have no idea why do these kind of people exist. It's scary though, really, because sometimes you might just switch off and go berserk, and you might regret doing what you're gonna do to these people, and it affects you in the long run. So please, I've learned the hard way for a very long time. Not saying that I'm very pro right now. I am still trying to be sane when I have these kind of things. So recently I had another squabble with another local guy. I'm just too tired to talk about. I guess I'm just gonna leave it as it is, cause I know what I said. It happened from the Rodcast, one of the episode and all that, entitled Underground Rock Stars. So you guys better head down to the Rodcast YouTube. So great time for a plug-in. So head down to the Rodcast YouTube. Search Underground Rock Stars. So we basically kind of reviewed down, constructive criticism and a bit of dark humor and all that. But some just do not understand and go crazy about it. Well, that's too bad, because I am not going to. I mean, we've exchanged a few emails and all that. He seems cool. I seem cool. I'm always cool, with all these things. So I hope I don't know, if he is listening to this podcast, then dude, it's all dead and gone. I'm over it already. I have none of the energy that I have right now is for you. It's gonna be for my family. So dude, cut it off. Let's move on. So and talking about egos and enemies, which one do you rather have? Egos or enemies, or egos and enemies, or just enemies? I don't know. Why do you want to have all this? Because at this day and age, there are still people, bad bloods, having enemies. There's no forgiveness and all that. And it kind of depends on the situation. If it's really, really fucked up and really messed up, you have not a single soul for you to forgive that person, then wow, I'm sorry for you. But I am referring to a tiny bit of remorse when you have this kind of enemies and all that. Is it worth it to have enemies right now? I really hope not, because it depends on, like I said again, the situation. So I have few enemies back in the day. I do not wish to name them. Why would I? It's all been done and over with, and I hope they are cool with me now, because I'm cool. I'm trying my best to be cool to everybody, but you can't wish for vice versa. That's kind of suck, but it's okay. If it doesn't affect my family, I'm cool with it. So, and do you happen to be all stressed out because of one simple single issue, and you can't sleep at night? It ruins your entire night, entire day at work and all that. You can't even do your work and start being so annoyed with this person and all that. I was that person back in the day. That was really, really bad. And I think one of them, I kind of meet up with the guy and, gave a piece of our minds together. So it was really bad. Man, that was a stupid moment. It really was. And it's just because of your band suck. That kind of shit. Your band suck. No, your band suck. And the fees came in. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Have you guys been through these kind of things before? It's really... I mean, if you're on tour as well, don't even mention about being on tour. Somebody might just not a fan of your music, but they went to your concert for whatever reasons to piss you off with really constructive criticism, to say the least. I'm fine with constructive criticism. I mean, if it's not, I'm still okay with that. I don't mind, because if everyone in this fucking world have the same sets of ears and same sets of tastes, I would have killed myself a long time ago, because it's too fucking dull to be in that kind of world whereby everyone loves everything and everyone hates the same. How do I say this? It's like you can't please everyone, Everyone doesn't love everything that you love, which is fucking awesome. Because if everyone does, what's the point of being you? There's no originality and all that. So this guy kind of approached me talking about, there's a song called Blasphemy My Ass, and we played that song live. That was, I think, 6 years ago, probably 5 years ago. And this dude, kind of like a black metal guy, kind of pissed off. What's this song all about? Are you trying to insult the black metal community or something? Or that, I believe this was in France, if I'm not mistaken. And 5 years ago I was a little bit angsty. So again, I told him, dude, relax. This is just another part of a diary of my fucking band. If you don't like it, I'm so sorry. You can, you can skip that track if you're not into that kind of humor. Because when I write lyrics, it's always, I try my best to be as general as possible, but at the same time, it holds tons of weight on that lyrics. So if you can't really, understand what's the band all about and what I am really trying to say, speak to me and I'll explain, like I did with that dude. And he seems okay with it. And although at the end of the conversation, I kind of remember him saying, although that song title sucks though. So I was like, that's cool, no worries, man. And we had a beer and all that, so we're fine. And so I guess I'm trying to say that try your best to be as calm as possible when you are, with these kind of people. And it's kind of suck that these kind of people still exist. I have nothing else to say. It's really stupid anyway.